Hello and welcome to 70 Years, 70 Muppets, a Muppet fan podcast presented by ToughPigs.com. This is the podcast where we celebrate the Muppets' 70th anniversary with 70 straight weeks of spotlights on our favorite Muppet characters, from the most popular to the most obscure. I am this week's host, Anthony Strand, and the Muppet of the Week might be the most obscure. It is Mo Frackle, designed by James Voitel Jr. and primarily performed by Bruce Lanoil, making his world debut in 2001. Now, to be more specific, Mo debuted on an episode of Family Feud that aired November 5th, 2001, and I am thrilled today to be joined by the man who uploaded that appearance to YouTube, Patrick Cotnoir.
If this is my lasting legacy, I'm very happy about it. If you had asked me 10 years ago, if you had said, hey, someday Tough Pigs is going to be doing a podcast about all the Muppets and you get to be on one of them, which one would it be? This would be like my 78th guess. You know what I mean?
Of course.
But I'm very happy to be here. And I'm very happy that people keep watching those YouTube things. I'm mad I didn't monetize them. I absolutely should have.
You should have.
Because they're doing very well on YouTube.
That's great. Well, I that's part of what I think is so interesting about this whole thing is 20 years after Mo Frackle's debut, I wrote an article for Tough Pigs called The Oral History of Mo Frackle, and you appeared in that article.
So proud.
You talked. I'm
so proud.
Thank you. I'm so proud that you were involved. But I like to think that not to toot my own horn for writing a Tough Pigs article, but I like to think that is part of why Disney, and again, like we're talking about Disney, the corporation that brought you Donald Duck, Herbie the Love Bug, Avengers: Age of Ultron. You know, like they chose Mo for this. We didn't choose him. We didn't make the list.
Oh, interesting. I guess that makes sense. That is not something that I thought of, but that does make sense. That is kind of crazy. Also, to be this early in the lineup is kind of wild too.
Right.
You know?
Yeah, we're on about week 7. We are on week 7, and the featured Muppet is Mo Frackle.
That's crazy. Not to like hop ahead, but a character who's been in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 things, and like 4 of them are commercials.
Right. He's been in a bunch of he's in those 5 Family Feud episodes. He's in the Bohemian Rhapsody video, Muppets Haunted Mansion, the 2011 movie, and the Lady Gaga special, and then a bunch of commercials.
And the live shows.
Oh, and the live shows, of
course. Take the bowl and take the O2. Yeah.
Right, so it's
crazy.
So I do like to think that our article had something to do with his renewed popularity, such as it is. But really what I wanted to talk to you about, Patrick, is why do we care about someone like Mo Frackle at all? What is it about these obscure background characters that makes people like you and me excited?
Well, here, 2 big things right off the bat. Funny voice.
True.
Funny design.
Yeah, both absolutely true.
Both absolutely true. They look good and they sound good. And I feel like those are 2 things. Also, like, you know, it's rare that you get a Muppet post-Jim who shows up and is funny. He's funny.
Yeah.
You know?
Bruce Lanoil is a very funny guy, talented performer.
Yeah, very funny, talented guy. And it's rare that happens. And I think, the fact that his, like, main appearance, we're going to call the Family Feud thing, like, his main thing. Because it's true.
Absolutely.
Like, that's the big thing for him, by far. Yeah, I mean, he probably has more screen time just on that week of Family Feud than a bunch of other characters on this list. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, it's such a... So we should probably talk about...
Like, he's got more than Gaffer the Cat.
Oh, definitely.
You know?
I think that's right.
By far.
Yeah. And we should maybe talk about the reason Mo is on Family Feud is that Steve Whitmire plays Kermit and Rizzo on there. And Bill Barretta played, like, Johnny Fiamma and Pepe and Bobo. Brian Henson played Sal, and I think Phil Van Neuter, right? Isn't he on there?
Yeah.
And then Victor Yared played Sweetums. And then, like... Jerry Nelson couldn't do it. Dave Goelz couldn't do it. Frank Oz obviously wasn't going to touch it, you know? And and Eric Jacobson wasn't really playing Frank's characters yet. Like, that was right around the time that transition was about to happen. So they needed a 5th player for the format of the game show. And so Bruce Lanoil, a guy who works with the Muppets all the time, usually doing right hands and background characters and
Yeah.
things, was available. So they gave him this puppet, and he had this chance to make this random monster puppet into a character.
Yeah.
And that's such a fun, strange thing to have happened.
Yes. And rare. Rare. Very
So,
rare.
well, and like you say, like the game show is his main appearance. Is there
Yeah.
any unit of television more disposable than a game show episode?
For sure. And I mean, if I had not uploaded those to YouTube, they would not be any, like, no one would be talking about these. Not that people, the very few people that are talking about these.
The world is going crazy for Muppets on Family
Yeah.
Feud.
I got them through like a tape trading website that still exists called Kermie Clown
Yep, yep.
when I was a kid. And I also, Kermie Clown, if you're listening, and I hope that you are, just put the rest of the stuff on YouTube.
Yeah, it's time.
We're not trading tape stuff. It's time to just upload all the stuff. You got so much. Do us all a favor, put it all up there. You do it in drips and drabs. The YouTube is getting more populated, but like let's just do it all. But yeah, so disposable. It's something that you watch at 4 p.m. on a Tuesday or whatever, like right after you get home from work or school or something like that. And then that would be it. And these existed as like there was like the article series on Tough Pigs, the like My Week with Muppet Family Feud, I think.
Yeah, Danny reviewed all the episodes.
Yeah, and that was really like the first place that I heard about it because I didn't see them on TV at that point. But then as soon as I knew that they were available via my good close personal friend Kermie Clown, it was one of the few things that I reached out and wanted to trade for. But yeah, so disposable, a character that would have disappeared basically had this not happened, because like he's in the Bohemian Rhapsody video and he's in the Lady Gaga thing, but like he doesn't do much
Right,
in those
he's
videos,
very much just a monster.
He's a monster. He's a monster in the background, and that's pretty much it. But we love him. We love him. He's a good guy, you know?
Well, and I think like part of it too is that he is part of a proud lineage because the Frackle name goes back to the 70s, to the Muppet Show, of course.
Yeah. But also, what's it? Great Muppet Switch?
The
What's
Great Santa Claus Switch.
the Great Santa Claus Switch? Thank you so much. I'm so sorry for
How,
getting that
how
wrong.
dare
I
you?
genuinely feel
How
terrible
dare
about
you?
it. The Great Santa Claus Switch.
Right, which is also like those Family Feud episodes, also
Yeah.
like could not be more ephemeral. It like some Christmas specials become perennial, and air on TV every year.
Yeah.
This is the opposite because it was an annual that was never replanted. Because it only aired once as an episode of the Ed Sullivan Show. And thanks to tape trading, that's like that's how I first saw it. Was I got it in a tape trade in about 1999. Like so, and it still has never been released on home video. There was never a VHS or DVD release of this thing.
There's a good version now. I think was it Garrett Gilchrist?
It was Garrett Gilchrist, yes.
Right? Did like an upres of it and put it up on YouTube, and it looks like pretty decent.
Yeah.
Shout out to Garrett Gilchrist.
Right? Who does so much valuable work, yeah.
We're bringing out all the good names now. Garrett Gilchrist did a good upres of it, but yeah, like it's never going to be on Disney Plus. It's never the Ed Sullivan Estate is probably not going to put it out on DVD or whatever at this point. So it's like that's the only way to find these things, and there's so many of those Muppet things like that are just like I don't know. They were on the Mike Douglas show twice, and then like if you missed it, you missed it,
Right.
And some lucky dork in the '70s recorded it and had it on tape. But on those Mike Douglas appearances, it's the big guys, It's like the main Muppets. It's not like they didn't go, "Hey, here's a new guy that we're introducing just for this Mike Douglas appearance," and then he showed up in like the background of the pilot of the Jim Henson Hour.
Right.
Like that never happened.
Right. Although some of those talk show appearances do have like Big V or Behemoth or what I mean? Like
Yes, yeah.
part of why I think Mo is important is that and between Great Santa Claus Switch and Family Feud, there's 30 years. And in those 30 years, the Muppets are not just Piggy and Kermit and Gonzo and Fozzie. They are a bunch of random weird characters. And that's kind of the lifeblood of the Muppet. I think one of the reasons that newer Muppet projects don't feel as alive is because there aren't just like random weirdos showing up all the time.
Yeah. Well, it's because, I have to imagine that is because the puppets cost so much more to build now than they did
I'm
then.
sure that's right.
right? That has to be the reason. Is just like, I don't know, we can't afford another $10,000 thing carved out of foam for like a one-off joke. Whereas if you had a TV show where you were doing regular specials or something like that, it might be a different story. But if you're only doing the one movie a year or the one special a year, yeah, let's pull Mo out of storage because like we rebuilt him for the Bohemian Rhapsody video 10 years ago. You know?
Yeah, and that's the thing is I wish that the Muppets had space to experiment. I wish they had something
Oh,
regular
for
where they
sure.
could experiment again. I guess that's my wish for.
Hot take. Hot take, by
Yeah,
the
well,
way.
I know, but like, because part of the format of this is like, what's your wish for Mo Frackle? But I don't know that that's even
Yeah.
what the issue is. It's more like, how do we get more Mo Frackles?
Yes, I mean that's the goal. Mo Frackle is leading the cause. Mo Frackle is the person you look back on and said, "Oh wow, he's the one who really started it all." Thank God for Mo Frackle. But there was not a lot of people who followed in Mo Frackle's footsteps. Like that would be the ideal version of it. Is like, yeah, Mo Frackle, he's the guy who we're going to read about in history books. But like that doesn't happen, because they're at the tail end of like, hey, we wrote a sketch for this episode, we need a freaking giant monkey with elephant ears, like, or whatever
Right,
it is. That doesn't happen post, I guess, Muppets Tonight is probably the last time they would really, like, build a bunch of new characters for stuff.
right, and they have. I mean, there have been some efforts to introduce right, like Penny Waxman on the Muppets Mayhem,
Yes.
and
Which is a great new
right,
puppet
a great new puppet
versus, like,
and a very funny Leslie Carrara Rudolph performance. I think.
yeah, totally.
Beverly Plume on
Yeah,
Muppets
but
Now.
Beverly Plume, very funny, funny, and they use her
Old puppet.
old puppet. That's the point I was going to bring up. Yeah. If you're making just a generic chicken or penguin or rat or whatever a new character, it's like, okay, yeah, we've seen this,
Right.
versus like here's a fully new thing that Raleigh built or whoever built that we're just like plopping in this, and that just doesn't happen anymore.
Right. And also even naming those new characters, that's 2 in 5 years. Like it's not
Sure.
like I'm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I don't know. I hope there's more. But I guess my question for you, Patrick, is what
The reason we all
yeah,
came
the
here.
reason we all came here is what can we learn from Mo Frackle's his shining hour on Family Feud? What lessons can we take forward from that?
The Shining 2.5 hours on
Mm-hmm.
Family Feud. That guy did 5 days.
It's true.
Um, what can we learn from Mo Frackle? That's a great question. I think the thing we can learn from Mo Frackle is like let your freak flag fly. You know what I mean? Like you're there to have a good time, and Mo's there to crack some wise, crack some skulls, and win some games. And that's really what Mo is was built for. That's what Mo was created for, and that's what Mo does. I don't remember what Mo's record is on that show. I don't remember who
They only won.
wins.
They won 1 out of 4. They won.
Oh
I
no!
want to say it's Thursday. So the
Um,
the Dixie Chicks and Friends won the other,
yes, yes.
which
I'm sorry to let I'm sorry to let the listeners down. I did not rewatch all 5 episodes for this
oh,
appearance.
that's okay.
Um,
No worries.
no, I don't know. I think the thing to learn from Mo is like if you're Bruce Lanoil and you get thrown this new character, there's a chance that this guy becomes a new Muppet in the rotation. So take some chances and take some swings and like make your guy weird and funny and like different from other characters. And that's how you become part of the core group. And like for some reason that didn't happen. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but he is in Haunted Mansion. So there's a chance he comes back in more things in the
Yeah,
future. I do feel like our article. I'm calling
you're
it
in
our
it. You
article.
wrote part of it.
I know. Came out before Haunted
No, it came
Mansion?
out right after. It was
Oh, it came out right after.
basically
Okay.
I saw Haunted Mansion, and I remember I was chatting with Joe Hennis, our editor in chief at Tough Pigs, and I kind of offhandedly said we should do the oral history of Mo Frackle because I was so excited to see him back, and Joe was like, "Well, I could put you in contact with James and Bruce. I have both of their info," and I'm like, and
Sure.
that's when I was like, I'm absolutely going to do this.
Yeah, you have to. That's a shame because I did think that there was a chance that this article was what pushed it over the
Oh,
edge
that would have been good.
to
Yeah.
get. Because I will say this, we did on the show I produced called the George Lucas Talk Show, we did a marathon of all the Muppets Tonight
Right. Yeah.
episodes, and we had Bill and Brian on, and I gave and we had Kirk on too. I gave the hard pitch that we needed Johnny and Sal back. And then about a year and a half later, they showed up in Haunted
They're in
Mansion.
it, yeah.
And I don't know if we did that, but I don't think that we didn't do that.
Right. Oh,
you
yeah.
know?
I think you're right.
So I was hoping that article also propelled Mo to show back up.
Yeah,
but,
that would have been good. Hopefully it'll bring him
Yeah.
some future appearances.
Was it Bruce in Haunted Mansion?
It is Bruce in Haunted Mansion. Yeah. That's what's so great is he has one line in the song Life Hereafter. And
Yeah.
it was the same voice as on Family Feud. That was truly why I was just like, Mo Frackle is back. The Mo Frackle songs is happening, you know?
That's amazing.
And I think I don't know how to diplomatically say this, so I maybe won't. Just that, like,
you can always cut it.
right.
You can always cut it later.
I just think those guys were surprised that, like, the person who wanted to write that article also was able to have a good conversation with them.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think there was.
No, I get it.
There was probably a sense of like, why does someone want to talk to us about Mo Frackle?
I think you can leave that in. I don't think that is a controversial thing at all.
All right.
I think it's the more niche a topic is, the more you have to question the sanity of the person asking those questions.
Right. Yeah, that is true. Yes, that is
and
true.
Anthony, I know you. You are crazy, Anthony.
It is true.
You're insane.
It is true.
But at the same time, like, you're good at talking to people, and that does help. That does help out. So I woid be hesitant too if I was Bruce Lenoir, being like, well, "What's this guy doing?
Sure.
Why is he emailing me?"
Right.
You know?
Right. Yeah. But I ended up interviewing both of them together for that, which was really fun to have a conversation with both of them about
That's cool.
both sides of his creation, kind of. And I think it ended up being. I mean, again, not to toot my own horn, but I think it's like a pretty valuable look at the creation of a new Muppet character in detail. So I do encourage people to go read that. And now that I've plugged my thing, Patrick, thank you for joining us. What do you want to plug before we go?
Oh, man, I have when will this come out?
This will come out on October 4th.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, great. If you're in the New York area, I produce a show called The George Lucas Talk Show, which is a very silly talk show with comedians Connor Ralliff and Griffin Newman. Connor plays George Lucas, and we interview regular people as themselves. We've had a lot of Muppet people on. All those people who I talked about for Muppets Tonight. Steve Whitmire's been on. Raleigh Crusen's been on. Like a lot of Muppet people have been on. Karen Prell was just on our show in Seattle a couple months ago. We're doing a show. We're doing two shows in New York. October 18th at the Bell House in Brooklyn, and October 19th at New York Comic Con. The Bell House show's at 7:30 p.m. The Comic Con show's at 3:15, I think, p.m. Have a lot of really cool guests coming on those. So if you're going to either of those, you should come out, hang out, come say hi. Tell me you heard about it on the Mo Frackle episode of this podcast, and it would truly make my dang day. November 9th, we're doing a show in Atlantic Highlands, New Jersey at the Smod Castle Cinemas, which is Kevin Smith's movie theater, and Kevin Smith will be the guest with us. It's going to be very weird, very fun, very silly. Come to that. November 16th, if you're in the LA area, we've been doing live readings of the Star Wars prequels. We're doing Revenge of the Sith at Dynasty Typewriter here in LA. You can also get tickets to live stream that.
Does it have a title yet? I have been wondering.
Yes. Well, this is ironic because we are following the Muppet movie naming conventions.
Yeah.
So the Phantom Menace one, which you can see at naboomovie.com, is just the Naboo movie, which is much like the Muppet movie. The Attack of the Clones one is the Great Camino Caper, which you can see at caminocaper.com, caper with a K. This one is Mustafar Takes Los Angeles.
There it is.
Which you can do mustafarla.com. Very curious to see what the Christmas Carol one's going to be. That one's going to take some brainstorming to figure out. You can come in person or you can watch the live stream. It's very fun. It's a star-studded group. Haley Joel Osment plays Anakin. It's really crazy. Like, come to those. Come watch those. You could follow me on Instagram at Cotnoir, on Twitter at Patrick Cotnoir. I have a podcast coming out soon, but I don't know when that's coming out. So just keep an eye out, and you will be able to figure that out. But it's very niche and very weird, like this show, and I think you will enjoy it if you enjoy that.
Can't wait.
And that's not me talking smack about this show, because I love
absolutely
everything you guys do.
Thank you so much. But I don't doubt it for a second. I'll say this: my favorite thing about the Naboo movie is Eric Bauza as Daffy Duck as Jar Jar Binks.
It's truly insane.
I think it's such a funny performance.
you think you know Jar Jar Binks, and then you hear it done as Daffy Duck reading the lines, and you're like, man, this also works.
Right?
This works
That's
good.
the thing. That's the thing.
It's really great. It's really great. Check it out, though. It's very fun.
All right. Awesome. Thank you so much. And then Jared does the outro, so I don't need to do an outro.
Can I say hi to Jared?
Yeah.
Hey, Jared, this is Patrick. I just want to say hi to you. I don't know if you're going to know that I'm saying hi to you, so it might just throw to you talking, but man, it would be great if you said hi to me back.
Oh, hi Patrick. Good thing I do these live every week. 70 Years, 70 Muppets is a Muppet Fan podcast presented by toughpigs.com. Hosted by a whole myriad of people and edited by them as well. Produced by Jared Fairclough. The Muppets 70 logo used with permission by the Muppet Studio with thanks to Danny Iglesias, Frank Reif Snyder and Lee Slaughter. Don't forget to follow toughpigs.com on all social media platforms. You can support us by heading to patreon.com/toughpigs or buying a t-shirt at tpublic.com/toughpigs.